Inspire with Nendrix, the foundation.
Hey, Embracing Arms community, this is Dr. Danielle Harrison. I'm coming back to you with another 5-minute quickie for your best life. I was reading through some of the chapters of a book that I facilitated an amazing workshop on a few times actually over the past 2 years, and it was called Radical Candor, and it's written by an author named Kim Scott. And the book really is a little bit of a guide to helping people to get what they want by saying what they mean. That's kind of like the tagline. So, and that's in your personal life, your professional life. Like, how do you get what you want by saying what you mean? And it kind of goes through these different chapters about, you know, ways in which it could positively impact you, and things that you do that could negatively impact your ability to get what you want. And so anyway, one of the things that rang so clear to me in this book was when it was talking about motivating your staff, like those subordinates or those people you're in charge of with leading, motivating them to less focus on talent growth and more focus on growth as it relates to goals and their mindset, right? Like, what are their goals? How are they growing into the careers and the spaces and the places that they desire themselves to be, as opposed to just focusing on the talent? And so some of the things that I found very beneficial in my role as a leader, because I said to myself, if I ever had an opportunity to be in a space where I was leading a group of amazing people, that I would really want to learn about the thing that motivates them to success, to really get to know them deeply, so that I know how to support them not only achieving the goal of the organization, but their own personal, professional goals. Because I think that when you connect with people in that way, everything works out well for the sake of the organization, for your relationship with that individual, and for their own relationship with themselves. And so I spent a lot of time with my colleagues, not every single one of them, but definitely my direct reports. I spent time with each one of them. And for those who was a part of my institution, but not necessarily my direct reports, spent lots of time with them finding out about who they were, what motivates them to success, what do they consider as a great leader, and how do they show up in spaces where they are subordinates or they are charged with following a particular leader. And I found that my relationship with my colleagues strengthened because I took the time out to do that. A lot of it was just initially me just trying to understand this new space that I was in. And the other part was really ringing true to what my goal was if I ever had an opportunity to lead an organization, spending time getting to know individuals and the things that motivate them to success. And so I'm coming to you today with this quickie just to remind you, number one, that the colleagues and the employees that you are leading and the staff that you're working with, they are human. They have their own personal goals, their own professional goals. You know, they have things that go on in their lives that motivate them, that excites them. And it's okay to stop and pause for a minute or two or longer to find out about what those things are. Because I think overall it helps the organization, period. If you just take the time out to find out what motivates them. It does a few things as well. I mean, it helps you to have a better understanding of who you're leading, but it also helps you to realign tasks. Because sometimes people are working and functioning in spaces that really isn't aligned with their skills and their goals. And so as you're being a strategic thinker for your organization, for your division, your department, your institution, this also helps you to go, wait, hold on, this person has a degree in this, and this is what they're passionate about, and this is what motivates them, and this is what gets them fired up every day, but we got them doing this. Is there a way that we can realign this? Is there a way that we can somehow create this intersection between what they're currently doing and what they actually want to do? So I just want to share this 5-minute quickie to tell you that if you're in a space of leadership, if you're in a space where you're working with a lot of, people, and you're noticing that maybe the morale is changing and people's motivation is changing, take a few minutes to just sit with your colleagues and ask them about their goals, ask them about their aspiration, ask them about their professional endeavors, their personal endeavors, and really have an in-depth conversation so that you can tap into the thing that really, really fires them up in a day. It will benefit your organization, it'll benefit them, and it will ultimately benefit you, because now you're building trust and you're building stronger relationships. So spend some time, find out what motivates them, what gets them excited, what motivates them to success, what type of leadership they need so that they can be great, and how do they show up in spaces where they're actually following leadership. There is a talent, a followership talent as well, right? I always believe that if you've never experienced following, it's really hard for you to lead, and so it's really important for you to be able to have both skills. So anyway, that is my 5-minute quickie for you. Go out in the community and embrace someone. They're waiting on you, and continue to live your absolute best life.
Words leave her mother's mouth. Rain is too loud, barely hear what she is fussing about. Peek through the curtain, sees her brothers bleeding from his mouth. She sees herself as Rapunzel, but without the interest to lead us out.